crush some
Ready?
beers?
Booyaka! Yeah, we're gonna crush some beers illegally in the park. You know that. Welcome back to Foster Care, baby. The podcast by the working man for the working man. Danny Dubs on the 1 to 2s, and we got Brendan, sweet boy Donegan.
Dude, I'm so sweet.
New girl dad.
Yeah,
pretty new.
Yeah.
Were you trying for the second one?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been firing them in there, dude.
How many fires you take? How many shots?
I swear to God, dude, I'm not even joking. I'm 3 for 3. I mean, you know the story, but but 2 for 2.
Happy birthday in heaven, little guy.
That's right.
Sorry to start it off like that.
But dude, I swear to God, the second one, just immediate. Fired one in there, and
she was like,
just drilled it.
Ding. Eyes rolled back. You like count it.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's I'm gonna go. It's my goddaughter's birthday today. She's turning 3, and then my boy Steve's coming up from fucking Delaware, and he's got 3 under. I think his oldest daughter's like 4, so he's.
Oh
like,
my God!
Every time you see him, it looks like
face.
he got back from like. You ever see somebody come back from like a really bad vacation? Like I don't have any friends that went to war, but like I have friends who got like stuck on a booze cruise and they're like fucked up. Yeah. He looks just like out of. He doesn't know who he is anymore.
Yeah, a guy that got back from CI with 3 kids looks like he just got back from war.
Yeah, well he really. We thought he had it figured out. He got a chick whose family had a beach house. We're like, we did it.
Perfect.
But then, it's actually very funny. She won't watch us.
That's the Northeast dream: is you marry into somebody with a short house.
She's from down Kennett Square, and I remember we went down there the first time. I'm like, brother, you did it.
Yeah,
it's over.
You're like, would you marry a Rockefeller?
I remember she was very cool, but I remember like they were living together in Jersey, and what's good, chat? And her brother was there, and we're hanging out for like hours. And as soon as he walks out, I'm like, "You didn't tell me you had a gay brother." and she was like, "He's not gay." I'm like, "That guy." While I say that, the front door opens and he comes in. He's like, "Forgot my conditioner." I was like, "Called it." And then he came out of the closet like 2 years later. Whole family.
Oh, so you were right. I thought you were just
dude. That's me and my wife's first fight.
What you called the brother guy?
Yeah.
That's how you bond.
Like, no, I'm not being a dick.
Were you right? Is he gay?
He came out.
Is that Tubbs? What's good?
7 years later.
7.
Yeah.
Wow. 7 years in heaven, dude.
Well, you can't come out too late because then you get nasty.
Yeah.
You have a lot of repressed. That's what happened.
Yeah, if you're in there for a while.
Yeah. I think he was getting like stuffed by rich guys up in New York. I'm like, poor guy.
Yes, the underground gays get real dirty, man.
It's got to be nice.
Probably. I mean,
it's got to be so sick.
You would be a great underground gay.
Yeah,
You'd be at truck stops and just
now
railing dudes out.
I would be porking an 80-year-old man looking over Central Park if I was gay. I would be living, dude. Are you kidding me?
You'd be perfectly on a high-rise,
waxed eyebrows, just turning some guy's hips to dust.
You think
once every 6 months?
You'd be like a real pretty gay.
Yeah,
I would.
You'd have to do it up.
Yeah.
It'd be, you know, I would get the gay mustache up, wax the eyebrows. What's your gay cut though? You gotta get a good gay haircut.
I would.
You know Alex from Helium, the bartender?
Yeah.
Terrific gay. Yeah. Moisturized, always got a crazy haircut, dangly earring. You're like, look at him go.
That's cool. I would like that.
That's cool.
I would. No, that's a cool.
We're Catholic, by the way.
That's a cool look. I would go full like Brad Pitt and Troy, hair down to the shoulders.
That's not bad.
You had that for
like a bob. I had that for a long time.
You were close.
Oh yeah, when we first met, I probably had my hair that long. Yeah. I think I'm gonna grow it that long one more time before it's all gone.
I don't think it's gonna go, man.
We made it pretty far. How old are you?
I'm 32.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah,
we're good. I'm 6 years older than you.
We got great.
We're gonna be fine. That's my favorite, hanging out with guys way younger. I'm like, look at us, a couple crazy kids.
We're close enough. Dude.
I forget what. Oh no, so they were denying that he was gay, and I was like, the guy, he's like, I don't care. You know what I mean? But tell me to watch my language. I would have been warned.
Yeah.
And then they get married, and at the wedding, he sang "Fix You" by Coldplay a cappella. Oh. I was like, I literally was slow motion spinning, like, called it. And he came out of the closet like that next year.
There's nothing
like,
gayer than a cappella, by the way.
And he almost brought a tear to my eye. Beautiful. It was so good. I was like, only Coldplay. A gay guy could do that.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
A cappella is top tier gay.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have the fucking. Yeah, I can't imagine
because if you're gonna,
you can sing.
I can carry a tune.
Yeah, don't say you can carry a tune. Don't say it like that. You said it like you were waiting for me to say.
Thank you for bringing that up. I think I can carry a tune, but singing enough is already embarrassing. if you don't have a
dude,
band
at a wedding
and with no
beating
music behind
heat,
you.
beautiful scene.
Yeah.
Literally everybody shut the fuck up because I'm gonna hit Coldplay or Fix You. That's like it's very long. It's a long song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever do that? Like you're singing karaoke and then like one verse in, you go, "This is a lot longer than I realized." I
usually just leave. I'll just walk off. I did karaoke with Sammy Dallenberg one time. Remember him from the Sixers?
Yes.
He was trying to bang Craig's sister one time. His dad used to work for Craig's dad worked for Utz. And I was probably 19 and we went to a karaoke bar and he was trying to I have a picture of it somewhere, I'll find it. But we sang.
Did you sing?
Oh yeah.
What'd you sing?
We did Bicycle by Queen and Sammy had no idea, so I had to hold the whole fucking show down.
I don't know if I know that one.
I want to ride my bicycle.
Oh, yeah,
the song stinks. It's the worst Queen song.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say they have so many hits.
he was trying to bang her, and then
How tall is he?
huge. He's like 7'1" or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so upsetting because it's a karaoke bar. It was in Chinatown, so he looked way bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I looked huge, then he dwarfed me. I was like, this is nuts.
Yeah,
Craig,
John-
he's gonna break your sister in half.
Yeah, that's like seeing one of those pictures with like Charles Barkley and Shaq next to The Rock, and he makes The Rock look super tiny.
That's very upsetting. I don't know. Like, I don't ever think I'm tall until you run into somebody really tall. And I remember we were at Firefly one year, and they had a Heineken tent where you could go in, and we were blasted on Molly.
Hey, broski, another Heineken?
Dude, it was the best. I love a good Heineken.
Yeah.
And I turned around, and some guy was in the tent that was, I think he was 6'10", and I was on Molly. So I'm like, this is beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gacked out that hard and you're like, holy shit.
Even if you're not gacked
I felt
out.
like, I was asking him the weather and shit. I'm like, what's going on?
6'10" knocks you back.
I feel like once you get over
six.
6'6", it's like insane looking.
Yeah.
But,
You're a different creature at 6'6".
I always am like, where are you getting pants, Chief? That's why I don't know. I hate how The Rock is like 6'3". Yeah, fuck. I also hate The Rock. Do you like The Rock? Can't stand the guy.
I think I like him.
I think I would like him if I met him in person, but he's like Kevin Hart with me. I'm like, when's enough?
That's true. I'm not watching or following anything he's doing.
Enough of the Jumanji.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not going to watch any of their projects. But I respect that he gets after it. He seems like he would be fun to, like, slam some tequila with.
Does he drink?
He's got a tequila.
I do like that he won't admit that he's on
guy.
steroids.
Yeah,
That's the sickest.
But he kind of gives it a wink. He's
Does
like,
he?
I'm not on steroids, but
Did you watch UFC last night?
no.
God damn.
I'll only watch it if I come over to your house because otherwise I'm like I'm gonna forget that it's on.
I fucking every time I'm like, I'm not gonna pay the $80, and I'm like, they got me. Topuria, dude, Jesus Christ.
Wait, who fought?
Ilya Topuria fought.
I thought
who else?
Dustin Poirier.
Nah, Poirier's fought. What's that? Next month?
Yeah, that's
He's my favorite guy.
He's the shit.
I don't follow like much of it, but there's a couple guys that I like, and Dustin Poirier is probably my favorite dude in the UFC.
His last fight said, is it next month?
Yeah.
We should try to live stream that.
Yeah, who's he fighting?
Max
Holloway.
Holloway. Gonna be a banger.
Wait, so who was the fight last
Ilya
night?
Topuria, he's like a little Spaniard. I think he's Georgian, but he's from Spain.
Was it Olivero?
Yeah, he knocked him the fuck, like steamrolled.
Wait, who knocked out who?
Topuria knocked out Oliveira.
Really?
Like, starched him, knocked
Really?
him dead. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Good fight.
It was quick. What was it? 2 minutes in?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh, shit.
He's on like a McGregor run right now. Who's he? His last three were fucking
Wow.
Volkanovski, Holloway, and him. It's
And
fucking,
Holloway and Oliveira's never been knocked out like that.
Fucking nuts.
There's so many reasons I'd like to meet Dr. Joe Rogan, but the
Doctor?
biggest one, that's who I get all my medical advice from.
Yeah.
But I'd love to just get in that UFC circle where you get to go to every fight.
That'd be sick.
Wouldn't that be so fucking
I
awesome?
always want, like, I don't know. I've been to like local MMA, like dudes you train with,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, that's fun. But you're like, to the UFC, you have to spend like $2,000 to get good. Your house is just better.
Yeah.
You can't do blow with the front row. You know what I mean? Unless
Yeah.
you're Liddell.
Oh, yes, you can.
All right, yeah, you see, nothing's
true.
better than seeing Liddell hit a fucking bumper.
Yeah, right next to Donald Trump.
55 years old.
How would you feel if the Liver King was hunting you right now?
fucking run
Wouldn't
it
you be pumped?
gladly? Yeah, I would be chirping. Did you see the Liver King?
Yeah, what's he doing? He's just been talking shit.
What did he got arrested for making terroristic threats? What was he doing?
Yeah, he was like trying to track down Joe Rogan.
It's very funny.
He's trying to hunt him.
A battle for the ages. I did see like a picture where he's like crawling like a bear. I'm like, everybody needs to take it
That
easy.
guy fucking sucks, dude.
I'm also like, it's so sad that because wasn't he like successful? He was like, he already had money.
He was crazy successful.
Yeah, because he must have
I
had a
can't
big YouTube channel.
He had a huge YouTube channel, and he made like a supplement or something that was like.
He started making up like I'm eating
Russian.
liver pills, and that's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
veins are in my fucking shoulders. I'm like, dude, you're 50.
Yeah,
Like,
he had a big fraudulent
company,
right?
Yeah. What was it? Well, he was saying I'm not doing. Was he say Liver King's walking around Austin with an ankle monitor? Right now.
Yeah, he has an ankle monitor.
That is not very primal. What's his thing? He's like the ancestral tenants. I'm like, what are you, a black guy? You
I
got an
bet you
ankle
he's
monitor?
one of those dudes that would get knocked the fuck out too.
Absolutely. But it is a very funny guy to go looking for, like Rogan. Like you're gonna run into him at Wawa or some shit.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna have like 19. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
he's
very
shirtless, wearing bear skin.
He's chilling.
You're like,
He's
sir.
got. Doesn't he have like an insane amount of security? Doesn't just.
Yeah,
I
he
feel
has
like
all ex-Navy SEALs security staff.
That's so sick.
fucking bad.
I really hate to admit, the older I get, I'm like, I should have been a SEAL. I should have done something. You know? Don't you think that all the time? I'm like, man, if
you
I
would've
could just
been-
disassemble a fucking M4, that's all I want to do.
You would have been perfect, dude, because you kind of have like that psycho mentality that wouldn't stop.
Hopefully, my cousin.
But you probably can't swim good.
I am not a bad swimmer.
Really?
It's the rucking, all the walking, no good for the tootsies.
Ankles, dude.
Ankles. If you could get me in one of them, what are those? The Vespas, like the autistic cops drive around. I'll ruck in that shit.
Fucking Marcus LeVar right now on his scooter.
Oh, it kills me.
I know.
I just did a show with him last weekend, and
He's probably my favorite.
him scooting.
comedian,
He's so funny. But no, my cousin he just fucking finished Green Beret school, Army Ranger school.
Oh,
all
really?
that. Yeah, he's
I have a
little
buddy that's a
animal.
ranger.
Which is so funny because I'm like, his brothers are, I don't know, he's just not a guy growing up that you thought.
Is he kind of dorky? Some of the
He's just
dorks
quiet.
become rangers.
He's quiet.
because you got to be really smart.
And I still
too.
text him like every 2 months. I'm like, I'll still beat your fucking
Yeah.
Go and get stabbed by your 90. But he got lucky. He got stationed in like Hawaii, so he's just out there porking tan
Wow.
chicks, living.
It's fucking.
It's
that-
very sick to go to Ranger school and then just be like a Waikiki on a boogie board because
Yeah.
I know he's out there getting fucked up.
Oh yeah, dude.
My uncle was like,
banging so many.
I had to get. He was getting an apartment, so my uncle just started throwing him money to get a 2-bedroom so he can just go out and stay there and get hammered. He was like, I had to fly out. My favorite tattoo artist is out there. He just got a leg sleeve done.
I would have loved to have tried to go to Navy SEAL school, but I'm diabetic, so they wouldn't let me.
They don't allow that. That stinks.
Because what if you're out in the field, you're in the trenches, dude? I'm like, I got
I
blood
need to
sugar.
check my sugar. Your
Somebody
heart
give me a
monitor's coming off.
cracker.
That stinks. How often do you have to check that?
It's all day. I mean, I have a pump on me at all time. I'm a fucking cyborg. Dude.
Pumped up.
I got
That's
my
sweet, though.
sensor on at all times.
That's new. Did you always wear that?
I got a different one, so it hasn't always been on my arm.
Did you? What was the old one? Don't flex.
It used to be.
Flexing on it.
You see this shit?
You've been
dude?
pumping it. Why'd you get sober?
So I got a new tattoo.
Everybody, I see it.
I got a couple.
Everybody
dude.
keeps getting sober that shouldn't. It's really bothering.
No, I'm not. I'm not like
You're fine.
full sober. I'm taking a month off, dude.
Just a hot.
and
hugging
look at
your
the
tea.
look at the
You do
results.
look
dude.
jacked.
Hang on.
Everybody looks jacked whose arms are 4 inches long though. You know, they do look nice.
Dude,
I don't know.
I'm trying to get in the best shape of my life. Right
Does
now.
that thing stick into the back of your? What's the deal? Is it got a needle on
Yeah,
it?
you just fire it into the back of your arm, and it gives you your blood sugar.
Oh, it just checks it. You need to get my mom one of those. That bitch just passed out last week.
Did she?
Yeah. I called her and I thought she was hammered. I had to call an ambulance to my parents' house because I was like, she was like, my blood. They were like, her blood sugar was like 17 or something. I'm like,
Is she
"All right."
diabetic?
Yeah, she's everything. Bitch has everything.
Really?
Get it together.
Type 2?
That's the one you get later, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Not born with it. You earned it.
Yeah.
Everybody in my family, like my grandpa went to heaven one toe at a time, dude. He fucking
Really?
yeah, pied his way into heaven.
There's a lot of older diabetics that I'll meet that they'll go, dude, you know what? They try to scare you. You'll be totally fine. And I'm like, you do have one foot.
Yeah.
So
I do love guys that love treats so much they're willing to hit a wheelchair for it. That's undeniably sick.
yeah, to just sacrifice your foot for a Reese's.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be more fun than like heroin. Like that's why I gotta try heroin eventually. You see so many. I'm like, dude, you're. They need to study whatever it is about homeless, like mentally ill people, and then heroin that lets them withstand the elements. Like this week, people are in hoodies, jeans. I'm like, I don't like having a shirt on right
That's
now. How
true.
are you doing
dude.
it?
More Navy SEALs should probably
Get
look
them
into
on the
that.
junkie shit.
Because, like, to your point, they can withstand these
It's
insane
fucking
elements.
crazy.
You could sleep on a fucking street grade in Philly in 100-degree heat.
It's nuts.
And pop
You got to
up the
be
next
so
day.
mentally ill though.
Yeah.
I slept on. I had to sleep on the couch because I was snoring so bad the other night, and I woke up and I'm like, this is no good.
I can't do this,
My shoulders all fucked up.
Yeah.
And the more I've noticed drinking now, I don't even get like mentally hungover. My body's hungover. I feel like I played football. Like
Yes.
every injury comes back from like 10 years. My fucking knees hurt and shit.
100%, dude.
We need to start juicing, Danny. Everybody in this studio.
Dude,
Let's all just
You
get
know I want to start
fucking
juicing,
massive.
Now's this is our peak, you guys. We have to get fucking ripped right now, or we're never gonna do it.
Dude,
I
I'm
wanna get-
30
I speak for all of us.
I'm
here.
38, dude. This is the last little.
This is the last leg,
Yeah.
dude.
I want to get. What did we?
I want to see
what-
Danny like Brad Pitt Fight Club shredded.
Yeah.
dude.
I just
Me
saw-
too.
Shout out Florida. She was like, "You want to know something crazy?" Marge Simpson. The same day Marge Simpson died. The same day my mom died.
Wow.
What else do we got? We got a bunch of deads happening in the fucking. Her kidneys clocked out last week while we're all just playing. Dude, who's the guy? Who's Ron D. Paradis on whatchamacallit? Instagram. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What's his real name? Mick?
I forget.
I hate calling because he was in from Australia and he came to a show in Delco on Thursday.
Came to the frog pool. So did Pepper Dongs in the chat.
Shout out Pepper Dongs, dude.
All right.
Yeah,
Ryan
Dude,
Foster.
Yeah, I was asking him, what did he said a new saying I like. He was like, "You guys are different kinds of gravy." I was like, "I like that."
Wow. Yeah, it sounds nice.
He's like, "You're different kind of guys."
Different kind of gravy. It's not good.
I got to get into that.
Lost it.
Yeah, you'll get it back. Are you good at accents? You got nothing?
Not really. I thought I could do an Australian, so I just tried it.
I always think I am, but then I'm just drunk and doing British. Everything I do is British. I can do
Yeah.
Asian pretty good.
Oh,
I do it
let's
when
hear an Asian.
You got long nail. I just do it when I do Pookie's fucking fingernails. Do you do the buffer? How do you do the
no.
kids' nails?
Yeah, I guess I
got
don't
a
do them.
roto.
Sam will do them.
Yeah.
With the nail filer.
We just got like a battery powered drone. My fucking daughter, you do coke with her fucking toenails right now. It's disgusting.
Like a true contractor, dude.
She won't let it.
Where'd you get in Milwaukee?
I wish. Got a fucking M12. Yeah. I can't, what the fuck? She's like, I don't know what's going on with her. She won't let us give her any other kind of shoes besides she has one pair. We have like 5 pairs of shoes for her, but she looks homeless. She'll have like a nice outfit on with just like poop colored shoes. She just stomps
Oh,
everything.
she only
She
likes-
will not do other shoes. It's crazy.
My boy's in Crocs. He's looking like you.
He's crocked out?
He's crocked.
I don't even know what, I think Zoe threw out my Crocs. Thoughts on concrete? What
fucking
about
hope
it?
so, dude.
Met a one-armed guy last night who finishes concrete, just fades a glow. Concrete. Guess who's got some side work now? Dude, concrete. I never really have to do concrete work, dude. Only when I'm like patching holes that I drilled wrong.
My buddy owns a concrete company, and that is one of the trades I would not want to get into. It's so fucking hard.
Concrete or roofing? Roofing,
Yeah.
the worst. But
Dude, I've been
the
trying
most
to-
elite wife beaters in the construction game.
True.
Concrete guys, roofers, beaters.
I've been trying to, speaking of the shed, I'm putting the fucking metal roof up there, right?
You're doing tin?
Yeah.
What's aluminum? But it's pre-cut. You just got to screw it.
Yeah, so I'm just all I got to do is climb up there. But dude, it's so much fucking higher than I thought, and I got nothing to grab onto, so I like screwed a 2x4 in as a ledge.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm up there, and I got Sam like handing me like sheets of aluminum when I'm up there.
Nothing's worse than having a lady help you.
It's because I got nobody else, and I'm like, I need you to fucking do this, and it is fucking scary. I fell off the ladder the one day.
Did you take a tumble? How far? It's only like 6 feet.
So it's an 8x8 shed, but then it's a little bit elevated. So
We're talking 9 feet.
at the peak, it's
12 foot.
It's probably 12. So it's a lot higher than I thought,
If you fell and
I'm
got
up
like
there
crippled from a
legitimately, like-
shed fall, I would die.
especially for a shed that's not that well done.
It looks pretty good. Danny, pull it up. Look
Pull
at
it
this
up.
shed. I would live in this shed.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That'd be nuts. I want to get a plot of land and just get 4 or 5 sheds on there.
Yeah, dude. If,
have all
if
the
you had a
boys.
community of sheds with your boys, like in one little area,
That's what I always used to. That's a nice shed.
and they're just so I got to do that back part of the roof, and that you could see the 2x4 I put up there to like to rest on. But dude, I'm up there holding on like fucking mountain climber,
Shaking.
shaking, dude. It's scary, man.
Your
And that does
lady
not look tall,
just-
right?
It's not. It's just not tall.
For a 4-foot man, that's Mount
It's
Everest.
like a midget's home.
Yeah.
I like it though. It's got a lot of windows for the size. Do you got a riding mower?
It's just
Push.
the one. Well, I haven't had a mower because I haven't had a shed, so now I'll have to get one.
You got to get one. What are you gonna do with the deck? We're gonna put a bar out there.
I'm thinking I'm just gonna put a little rocking chair and I'm just gonna get hammered
That's nice.
and then like smoke a stogie out there.
Just look at your house and dream about killing your family.
Yeah. Oh my God, my family doesn't know how fucking hard I work.
I have no idea. I almost fell off this 9-foot shed. I could have sprained a goddamn ankle.
Yeah, man, I gotta paint it. I gotta finish the roof.
What color are we gonna go with? It's
I
not
don't know.
tan. What are we looking at?
Well, that's just the color that it came, which is like a tan. But I'm open for ideas, you
You
guys.
should hit it with a swab. Put a little swat skull in that baby.
Oh, you think? My neighbors would love that, dude.
You got Hebe neighbors?
No, but I just think it's. I would think generally,
Catholic guys are like-
generally most people might be offended.
Was I talking about it on here? I did a house where they had the Hindu swastika, the reverse one. It was like down in Lower Merion. Whoever must have lived there was like a yoga freak or something. There were little tiny swastikas everywhere in the house. They had to dig them all out.
Wow.
It was from like 19. I don't know. The house was built in like 1910. You're like, was this guy just horsing around? Because it was before swastikas, right? When was Hitler? 1940.
Yeah.
Good. It was
40s.
pretty by me.
That's pretty good.
That's what Zoe texted me the other day. She's like, I want to start looking at World War II history, get to the bottom of this. I was like, a little late, bitch.
Yeah, like she's the first one to do it. Like, hang on, guys, I'll figure this out.
Every day I look at her and I'm like, how do you make more money than me? She's so dumb. She's like very smart, but we tried to play Scrabble the other day and she was like, she was just Googling the combinations of letters. I was like, there's no point. She was like, well, we have to play with words I know. What's the point?
Yeah.
I was like, well, I guess.
Well, my wife's the same way, and she makes so much more money than me. It's
We're kept men.
well, and there's also so many made up jobs out there now.
They're all made up.
They're all made up.
What do you do? You're an accountant.
Anybody with a computer to you is an accountant.
It hits more times than you would think.
Yeah.
If I'm like, you're an accountant.
No,
Yeah.
I guess there's a lot of accountants out there.
They're everywhere, these guys.
But yeah, so many people have like just made up jobs. Like, and my wife is smart, but she's got a lot of girl math going on.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't understand basic finances. Where I'm like, if you spend more than you make, that's
good.
no good.
Yeah, that sounds like Zoe with me. I'm like, you'll figure it out.
She
Give me a
seems
Home
like
Depot
she would
card.
be the one that's good with money and reeling you in, or is it the other way around?
No, she keeps me reeled.
Yeah.
There's no reeling me in though.
I have, like-
Wild Mustang.
That's the tough part of our relationship is like she makes more money, so I'm like, how am I
Call her Zoe Rogan.
going to tell her? Zoe Rogan. How am I going to tell her what to do? But I'm also like, you can't.
You just gotta be like, I can beat you up.
That's
So let's
true.
tighten up.
I mean that's the way that you keep a successful marriage, dude.
Yeah, you gotta.
But yeah, I'm not.
She
that-
keeps wanting to help with the house, and I'm like, no, I'm not painting with a lady. Can't do it.
You got to do it yourself.
Yeah, I hate it. If I watch her do anything, it pisses me off.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. Well, her dad's a contractor, so she thinks she knows how it's supposed to be done. I'm like, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about.
So is she kind of project managing you as your?
She thinks she's project managing. She's like telling me the phasing of how things should go. I'm like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If I need a fucking spreadsheet done, I'll get you.
Yeah.
We do need a spreadsheet done, dude. We're gonna start selling T-shirts. Everybody, keep an eye out.
I will totally purchase one, dude. I love
Hell
the
yes.
fucking Workforce Titans art.
I want to get Yeah, we got hard hat stickers.
You
stuff
should
like-
get a Workforce Titans tattoo.
I'll do that on my face.
Not on the face. I would think maybe on the back, dude.
A
Like
huge back tattoo of my own
giant one.
podcast. That'd be sick.
like Steve-O.
Yeah, I'm already panicking. Like, do you ever think about your kids like when they're older, looking up things you say? And I'm like, it's not gonna be good.
Especially if I continue to fail. That's going to be embarrassing. If you make
I think
it
that's better.
and they look back and you find some regrettable things, well, at least you're successful. If you're still me and you're still not successful and throwing out wild shit, that is embarrassing.
You're like, damn, Dad's been saying faggot for that long. Change the record.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold it down till it comes back, and it's okay to say again.
I think it's back.
I mean, I said it the other night in Delco, and you would have thought Bernie Mac was at the building. They were fucking losing it. I was
Well,
like,
if you're going to do it, that's like homecoming for them.
I was talking to one of the carpenters I work with was at that bar. Apparently, because I was like, "Yo, where's he been?" And they were like, "He's banned." They kicked him out, and he came and pulled a gun on the bouncer and like tapped it on the window. He's like, "He's not welcome back."
Who got banned?
Some carpenter I work with.
Oh, really?
Like, I haven't. He's like off the boat from Ireland. The best. He's like 50 years old. Still does blow in the bathroom during the day. I'm like, you are a different guy.
How many contractors still continue to do blow at a high level and still do hard labor like that?
It's pretty fucking rare.
Because
But
I would think that you're going to bottom out.
you would think, but there's some guys who are built for it, built for speed. They're like
Yeah.
Mick Jagger. You know what I mean? Some of those guys are like, they could, I don't know.
Don't
But
you
Mick
think-
Jagger like does yoga now. These guys are, he's like,
Yeah.
this guy eats. If you saw what he ate, you're like, this guy's got to be 400 pounds. He's like a fat Irish guy, but he's melanomaed up.
Yeah.
It looked like he got hit with like a frag grenade, but the guy will frame the fuck out of it. He's unbelievable.
I was gonna say, like, there's some guys that they treat their body so bad for so long that like they become indestructible.
Yeah,
And
but
then,
you
like-
have to have cockroach genetics.
Yeah.
They can hold on. It doesn't make any sense.
But isn't it, if you really examine some of those guys at that high level that are getting fucked up like that never eat good,
Yeah.
and like their body gets so used to it that they operate at such a high level with such bad shit that they're putting in their body, it would be
Yeah.
such an interesting study.
Those are guys. I'm like, I think if you made that guy stretch, he'd die.
Yeah,
in like a week.
if you fed him,
He's
like,
just built for this.
Yeah, if you
he's
fed him
built
a-
for Wawa pizza, dude.
that's what I'm saying.
what he's about.
And then like, yeah, if you take that away, if you fed
What
him a
up?
piece of broccoli, he's gonna be
Yeah.
like, he's gonna crumble.
The one day he said, he
It's like
told
vitamins.
He told like the apprentice was always going to get lunch. He's like, I need to get healthy, and he sent him, and he was like, he sent the guy to go get him the fucking what's it called, Rocco's at Home Depot.
He's like, I'll get a
He was
pizza
like,
with some broccoli on
Put
it.
eggs on there, and no chips, and he was like, we're back.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine. Those dudes who can, like, I can't even smoke weed and work. Like, I
know.
can't do there's so many guys, like painters, they're always fucking high.
Yeah, I used to operate at a high level, like back when I was a young man.
You could
like-
be high and do shit.
Well, no, I just mean like when I lived in Wildwood for an entire summer.
Damn right you did.
And I ate Wawa every fucking meal of every day for 90 days.
Yeah.
We drank for 90 days straight. If I did that now, I'd be dead.
Yeah.
Imagine how you'd feel.
I could
But I
do
used
it.
to be,
would've
my
been-
body was indestructible
Yeah.
back then.
Well, that's upsetting. That's why, because I work with young guys now and they're hungover. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Shut up.
When I was 19, 20, dude, and I worked at Dairy Queen, and I'm diabetic. And
You worked at DQ?
I worked at DQ.
Is that what got you? You were born diabetic.
I got it when I was 16, so I was
You
late
just
to the
catch
game.
that? How's that work?
It's it's just like a autoimmune disease that you just fucking get, man.
What's the deal with guys getting jacked that do insulin? How's that work? Do you know what this is about?
Yeah, so I've been trying to figure this out because
Danny, pull it up. Do you know what I'm talking about?
insulin, a lot of guys will use it as a steroid because it goes undetected. Because
Well,
it's
what does
like
it do?
it's anabolic, even though your body produces it naturally. But you can do it in a way that's like I haven't
It's
figured that
within
out.
a range or whatever.
Yeah, like where you can use it as juice. I've been trying to figure this out for years. So if there's any
We can look into this.
if there's any
We got any
diabetics in the
diabetics in the
chat
chat?
that know how to start juicing with your insulin, let me know. I think what you'd have to do is you eat a shit ton of protein and you take more insulin than you need. And it just like
Metabolite, let's see.
it breaks it down immediately.
How it
and
supposedly helps muscle
sends it right to your muscles.
synthesis. Insulin helps build muscle by increasing the transport of glucose to the amino acids into muscle fibers, promoting protein synthesis. How good did I read that sentence? So smooth.
Pretty
I got
solid.
halfway through it. I was like, hold on.
as soon as you started, I was like, oh my God, he's doing it.
I really do that all the time. I can't read out loud.
But you just did a phenomenal
I
job.
read pretty well. I'm not going to go for it again because you hit one dinger, you get off the plate. You tell people
Yeah,
that's
that-
like I do that every time.
That was out of the park. But yeah, so you could use it as a steroid.
It helps prevent the breakdown of I don't get it. Because I have a friend who's diabetic. He's the most jacked guy I know.
Dude, I
he's
swear to
talking
God,
about
it
insulin.
does
I'm like,
make
I don't
you
know.
stronger.
How's that work? It's so crazy.
Because you could give your like I have to manually take insulin for all of your food. Otherwise,
You shoot it in the cheek? Where's it go? Leg?
yeah, right now it's in the cheek, in my stomach. You could do it in your arm,
Just wherever.
but otherwise, like your food doesn't get broken down. I think what insulin does is it like opens up your cells to be able to
It
get.
prevents the breakdown of protein, helping to preserve muscle mass. Another sentence. Easy peasy.
But dude, if you ever fight a diabetic, I swear to God, I'm not just saying this because I am one.
Pull the patch.
We're fucking jacked, dude. Like we have hidden
I thought you
strength.
were saying there's something you could do to take them down easily.
Oh, well, you could do that too.
I was like, I'm going for that patch. I'm going to take your back. I'm going to pull that
That's
patch.
true. If you pull the pack off and you just wait us out, that would be a good.
Unplugging a guy.
Yeah, exactly. You just unplug us from the matrix.
Yeah, because my one boy's diabetic, and we would get fucking like retarded, and then you would look over at him at a point in the night, you're like, boy, you looking pasty. He would look
know.
like gray.
Yeah,
and
because
then
we're
almost die
dying.
a couple times a night, and then he's so back.
That's what used to happen to me. I would just like juice myself back to life. But there'd be so many times where I would just be.
Like you got to munch crackers
It just depends. Like, but alcohol really takes its toll on you. And I
because all the sugar.
Yeah, exactly. And I got when I was 16. I just never stopped drinking.
Yeah, well, why would you?
I just powered through.
It's too good of a time.
It's a good time.
Every time I'm like, I'm gonna get sober. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday hits, and I'm like, guess who's thirsty? I need to do it. It doesn't, and it's not fair because in the summer I'm like, I need a brewski. You need one.
I know, dude. I've taken 3 weeks off though, and all of a sudden I feel like Bradley Cooper in Limitless, where I'm like,
I'm the guy.
I'm like, I can play piano.
Yeah. Well, nothing pisses me off. Like Dan Madden, our buddy Dan Madden, he's been sober for like almost a year, and it's really starting to piss me the fuck off.
Is he still rocking it? I haven't talked to him.
He's like, he's got to be close to a year. His hairline grew back in. I swear to God. He said, I didn't believe it. He sent me a picture of his hairline, and he lost grays.
He has one of those bodies that, like, alcohol was.
I thought you were going to say a potato famine body.
Well, it was like, it would, for some reason, like, it would do so much damage. I mean, he was probably drinking, like,
when I met him, when I met you and Dan, you had diabetic shit, and then Dan had a heart monitor from doing too much coke.
Yeah.
I was like, these guys are fucked up.
Yeah, Irish bodies break down bad.
They either last forever, or
if you're a woman, the women will last forever. The guys will top out at 55 and die of a heart attack.
They're so cranky all the time.
As a man should.
And Irish guys love being miserable too. That is the
you're miserable.
strong
You provide for your family. You have a heart attack. You die. That is the way it goes.
Marry a lady you can't fucking stand.
And
have
you
kids you can't stand.
And you stay. You rock it out. And you say to yourself, you go, I could ride this out until I die.
Yeah, it's got to be. I don't know.
I respect that. Like, if you are so unhappy,
I'm going high life instead of hairline. Fuck a hairline.
Like that's a man. To me, is you go, I absolutely hate this, but I'm
everything.
not gonna fucking.
But I'm
quit.
going to work.
I'll just stay in it.
Yeah,
You gotta kind of respect that. You know,
like that's how my grandpa. But I think he was most Irish English. But he just
Italians are loud and they fucking divorce immediately. Dude.
Yeah.
Irish will hate each other but stay together. Forever.
And Irish women. I like some Irish broads, right? I like a nice dark-haired, light-eyed Irish.
Yeah.
Well, I'm into Reddit.
You're Irish.
So.
Yeah. Dude, yesterday
Irish.
we were at Spruce Street Harbor Park and I saw a bob of hair going by like over a gate. I thought it was Jamie, and then it came around the corner and it was the gayest looking guy you've ever seen in your life. You ever meet Jamie?
Jamie.
His girl. She has like what would you, is this strawberry blonde, I guess?
Yeah.
But it's like big hair. It's like it's hair not that many people have.
I have.
But I saw it bopping by, and it was like a short gate. I'm like, is that Jamie? And then it came around the corner. There's just some guy. I was like, oh, God. Zoe keeps making us go to that fucking Spruce Street Harbor Park because there's nothing to do with the baby. In the city, you feel bad.
We used to go there.
But I'm just like, I got the employee discount because I got the bartender now. $3 high lifes, and Daddy's putting down 9 or 10 of them.
Let's fucking go.
Cooking.
Man.
But then
It's tough to find stuff to do with the. With the
there's
baby.
nothing to do. And she's also so small that you're like,
We're going to farms and we're just like.
you hit a farm, a petting farm.
We're going to like a petting farm and.
I know that's coming for me.
Yeah.
That stinks.
It kind of stinks, dude. It's so fucking hot.
Are you going to get Jack and like shooting stuff with BB guns?
I would like to. Yeah, I'd like to.
Start killing some small animals.
Yeah, I want to get him.
People don't. I feel like
into-
that's a lost art now for kids. Fires.
I just shot
killing animals.
my first gun. I shot shotguns before, but I went to the range for the first time. Handgun.
That's a good time.
But we rented. God, it had a big fucking barrel on it, dude. It was like a fucking.
Just sucked your lips in.
Yeah.
You really want to kill your wife,
Dude, I just fucking grabbed a hold of that thing.
I told you to budget correctly.
This just feels right. And it was awesome, dude. It hit one right between the eyes.
Every time you go to the fucking gun range, you're like, I can't believe they're letting me do this.
Yeah.
You just turn. You ever look at somebody at the gun range like, I'd love to blow your fucking
You
head
can just walk in with a loaded gun. There's people
kill
right
as
next
many.
to you.
Well, my problem with the gun range is the guys who work at the gun range. And I'm like, hey, dude, it's the hall monitor guys. They grew up hall monitoring and then never got into the army, and now they're a gun range guy.
And then they can't hear shit because they're just in the range all day.
Just blasting. Do you ever go to the gun range on Spring Garden? It's like 9th and Spring Garden.
No.
That's nice because you see hood guys in there letting the chopper sing, brother. A lot of fucking sideways, a lot of basketball jerseys. It's so sick.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is nice. Zoe's dad has his gun club. You just scan a credit card, whatever the membership is, and you just drive in between two hills and do whatever you want. Zoe's dad will like smoke a joint and then walk around the lane and do like tactical. That's what I can't wait to get into that when I'm like 50.
It's awesome, dude. You
Just pretend I'm in the army.
Yeah.
That's so sick. Undeniably sick.
All you got to do is you sign a piece of paper and you're like, yeah, I won't shoot.
I won't kill my wife here.
Yeah. You're like, as long as you do it when you get home.
I literally never thought about it. You hear those stories about guys who kill their wife, and like sometimes you're like,
Have you been following the Karen Reed trial?
Brother, am I following the Karen Reed
Can
trial?
you catch me up to? I know very
I
loose.
love you so much. If you're watching this, I also didn't. I can't believe
You're
it
a
took
big fan?
2 trials. I love her.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard
Wait,
the voicemail,
catch me up
she's
to
like,
speed because I just know
innocent.
The loose.
Well, the whole fucking thing, the whole.
It seems like the cops clearly killed the dude, and then they just like.
I think so.
They left him in the snow, and we're like, Karen, you actually ran him over.
You killed that guy. It's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck in the yard? I left. You know what I mean? I just didn't.
Oh my god! I backed over him in the yard.
Well, the best I wish there was like a blood cuff on my dick when they play the voicemail of her calling, "You fucking loser, you're a loser, John."
You'd be so hard,
like,
dude.
fucking losing her mind. I'm like, oh my god, that's exactly. God forbid she had hoops in.
You
I'd marry her
fucking
on the fucking spot.
cocksucker.
Dude, the best. But I couldn't believe it took 2 trials to be like, if I was her lawyer, I'd be like, Judge, you're telling me a woman drank 10 vodka sodas, drove a Denali backwards in the snow fast enough to hit a man. Case closed.
Right.
You ever seen a woman park? Like, what are we talking? You think she? I don't know. It's just like it was and the guy was big. He's like 230 pounds. Like she clipped the guy with the
Clipped him
like
so good.
I
Yeah.
never saw. Did you ever see the autopsy photos? It looks like he got the fuck beat out of him with a bat. I'm like, would she hit him 9? Like a lady can't. I
Right.
don't know.
Well,
Like I could give Zoe $100, get into a fight with her, stand in the street, and I think I have a 1 in 3 chance of surviving of her driving a car at me. There's no
Yeah.
way. Backwards in the snow
Right.
after 10 drinks. Get the
very
fuck outta
true,
here.
dude. Case closed.
Yeah.
man.
If he did get hit, that's on him.
Yeah.
You don't like
That would be
what-
such a good
come the
challenge
fuck-
if you're like, Zoe, I'll give you a chance to kill me. I'm going to stand in this spot and you got to parallel park directly into me. You would be completely safe.
Yeah. Oh my God. The in and out, checking the mirrors. I'm like, it's got a backup cam. Just fucking
Yeah.
pull it in.
But so I also heard that the dudes, the cops, they deleted the SIM cards or they destroyed the SIM cards
They
out of their
destroyed all the
phone.
phones. The dog that was at the house, they gave
got
away.
rid of.
And then they were Googling how long to die in snow.
Yeah.
At in the middle of the night.
And then when the ambulance came, they didn't come out.
it would, dude, the whole fucking thing. Yeah, nobody comes out of the house.
And so those bros, are they still cops?
The one guy got fired. It is very funny. The trooper, the lead investigator, got caught. They got his phone records, and he was like,
So that's what I
he's
saw.
like, no nudes yet.
So I saw the
And
clip.
he was like, this assless bitch.
Yeah,
she should kill herself. You're like,
That-
dude.
That's the clip that I saw. It's him in court having a. What I think is so funny is they'll do courtroom talk where they're like, Your Honor, I made some regrettable remarks.
Yeah.
And then they're like, please read exactly what you said. And he's like, this bitch has no fucking ass.
Yeah, it's so
She's
good.
got a leaky bum.
They got hit with locker room talk. They locker room talked.
And then he's going to read it in front of everybody. He's like, she fucking poops out of her ass.
Dude, some of them, it's so funny because then they aired the one part out. The one cop that was at the house, he had kissed her, and they were like talking to each other, and they leaked. They made them read the text messages, and it's like back and forth. I think you're hot. Do you think I'm hot? Yeah. And they were like, "Are you playing with me?" It's just back and forth. But to hear like a 50-year-old white guy spit game is the best.
If I got caught in
It's so good. And he was like an ATF agent, and they were like, "This is
Yeah. If I got caught in a scenario where they're going to take you to court and read like your sex messages, I would
Oh my
take
God.
a bullet and
I think
shoot
about it
myself
all
in
the
the
time.
fucking face. Wait, so
the amount of spit talk and butt plug requests."
what's your theory on what happened? These guys just beat the fuck out of him.
I don't know if they beat his ass and he walked out into the snow, but like the one chick, did you see, he had like scratches on his arm. It looked like a dog bit him. And then the family had like a violent dog. I'm also just like, if I was in the jury and a hot lady's on trial, I'm like, innocent. I don't care.
Right.
Innocent every time.
Yeah, release her back in the
Let
wild.
her out, dude. Come on. She also did really luck out that everybody hates cops right now.
Yeah.
Which is making me love cops, to be honest. I say hi to cops all the time now, and I hated cops my entire life. I'm like, you guys get out there.
Yeah.
It would just be, I don't think she did it. The beautiful queen.
Yeah.
But now she's like fucked. She spends. Did you see the best part of the
And they also
documentary?
don't know who fucking did it. So like, that's
I don't
great
know.
that she's innocent, but who the fuck killed this dude?
The guys in the house. Who knows? It's all. Well, the whole thing is you can't prove she did it, so she's innocent. Who
Yeah. But how come the rest of them weren't on trial?
Because they're cops, Dan. They're back in the blue. That's a Danny. No, yeah, it's a thin blue line. You can't get through there.
That's right.
But you do feel bad because the guy was a great guy. Apparently, his sister died, and his sister died, and then the husband had a heart attack like 2 weeks later. So he adopted the kids.
Oh my God.
And then they start dating. They literally started fucking because of COVID. Like she moved back home and they like rekindled.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you look at the couple. Can we pull a picture of her up with the guy?
Let me get a look at what Karen
Classic.
Reed looks like.
Well, she's like a classic, tried and true 40-year-old booze hound.
Man,
Which
that's what's up.
come on, dude.
Okay.
Like, listen.
Yeah, it's
she's not
working.
the belle of the ball.
No, that's working for
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'll get it done.
But yeah, she'll get it done. You were gonna get
And that's-
yelled at.
that's
the
the
guy.
dude?
Yeah, he was like 6'3", 230, and she hit him with a truck and killed. Please.
Yeah, dude would have.
Nothing's funnier about. There's a documentary. I think it was on HBO, and she gets this lawyer to come in. The lawyer she gets from LA is so funny, and they were like, "Are you gonna ruffle feathers?" She's like, "All I do is ruffle feathers."
That's what.
And they upgraded her. Her original charge was like vehicular manslaughter, and then they upgraded it to murder. And she's like freaking out. He looks over to her. He's like, "My rate doubles for murder."
Wow.
Like, it's so funny. He's like,
Yeah.
"You know, my rate goes up." But she has like so many people donate money to her. Somebody donated a wardrobe to her. She looks like she's like walking the run. It's so funny.
Yeah, that now she's a celebrity.
Well, it's also, you know how crazy of a bitch you have to have a documentary made about you while you're on murder trial?
That's what I was gonna say. Did she make that documentary?
Right up my fucking alley.
She agreed to be like, yeah, this is a good idea.
Yeah, for sure. She had to have. They were like in her hotel room and they're like picking outfits out.
What a dumb fucking move.
I mean, she got off.
That's true.
It's a win.
Well, yeah. So I didn't see the documentary. I guess it paints her
You gotta
side
check
of the
it out.
story.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely slanted towards my queen, but she deserves it.
But it's still,
she works hard.
It's still a wild move to do in the middle of a trial.
Is she hitting the rock and roll?
That's what she did after she hit him with the car.
Yeah, fucking rock on,
Rock and
brother.
roll, baby.
The best part about her calling and screaming at him that she hates him was that she's at his house with his kids upstairs.
Wow.
And it's like 3 a.m.
2 Tito's and sodas deep.
It's not 2, like 10.
Yeah.
They have her on video, and then they took. The next morning, they go looking for him. That's how it happened. They were like, we pulled up, and she saw him like in a pile of snow, and they did her blood alcohol level, and she had like a .082, like 6 hours after she stopped drinking. So they extrapolated it. They're like, she's about a .32. She's like, "Wah."
Wow.
But you could tell she gets after it.
Yeah. Fucking Boston.
It's nice to see a woman win. I'll say that.
That's right, man.
But you know, I mean, you got to move. Wild rock and roll sign there.
Rock and roll sign is fucking
Like, what are we?
awesome.
It's also palm out. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It looks like she's like
To get off
about
of
to hit the
Myrtle
Star Trek
murder trial and go
Yeah.
rock and roll, bitches.
Oh, so funny. Well, she has like supporters. I'm also like people
bet.
that go and tailgate a fucking court case. Kill yourself.
Yeah. Anybody that does any of that shit, like
And
you know,
protest,
exactly.
die.
Go to a protest, dude.
It's like
It's my favorite Sebastian bit where he's like, nobody's working.
yeah. Well, I'm like, you could be executing one of my family members, and like they're like we're protesting Saturday. I'm like,
Saturday's not going to work for me.
it's the summertime,
Yeah.
chief.
Yeah.
They better put a goddamn pool at the courthouse. I ain't coming.
I'm going to be down the shore.
Yeah, it's too much. No, but I don't know. Because I think the family's going to sue her now for like a civil lawsuit. That just sucks. Because even if you don't do it, you still have to pay for the lawyer. It's not like they're free.
And your reputation is tarnished for the rest of your life.
I feel like she didn't have a great reputation. to
Yeah, it
begin with.
doesn't sound
Any lady
like
who
it.
does that kind of yelling, because she hooked up with I guess she kissed one of the cops who was at the party.
Well, yeah. So was she cheating on him with this?
I don't know. It's
Is that the speculation that?
I think they were saying like they were going through a rough patch, and I think it sounded like he was about to dump her, and she didn't take too kindly to it, so she started banging a fat cop.
Yikes.
But love is love. I don't know what to tell you.
Love is love. I like that. That's a classic high school retaliation. You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kiss your.
I'm gonna fuck your fat
I'm gonna
friend.
kiss your fat fucking friend, dude.
It is so good.
Rock
'cause
and roll.
I love. I kept seeing people on Twitter be like, "I can't believe cops drink and drive this much." I'm like, "What's the point of being a cop?
Yeah, it sounds
if you
like-
can't drink and drive."
It sounds like a complete tale of cops just drinking and driving.
yeah. You're allowed to drink and drive and kill one guy and get away with it.
Yeah, that's part of the bennies, dude.
That's the only bet.
You get to drink and drive, you get to blow fucking red lights.
So sick.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It would be nice to just have a bad day and pull somebody over and be like, he's got something. Beat
Yeah.
the shit out of him.
Uh-huh.
It'd be nice. But
Yeah.
I want to start being one of those guys that I know my rights guys. You know, those guys who get pulled over and they're like, I know what I'm talking about.
I fucking hate
Just
those
I
guys,
hate them
dude.
too, but it's probably pretty sick to do it yourself.
My best friend is a cop in my town, which is obviously
Sick.
fucking awesome. And
I
there's
wish I had a cop.
there's
friend.
there's these YouTube guys that will go into a bunch of different towns, and they try to do it in our town where they like.
Try to catch them.
No, they come into like public, like they were in like our public library, and the police station is like right next door, and they start hounding them, asking like they're like legally allowed to
Thank you, Jerk Higgins.
to do something, and they're asking them like they're asking them to leave because they're like pestering the lady.
Well, they're always just.
But they're like trying to see how far they can push the boundary of like what they're illegally. They're like, legally we're allowed to be here and we're allowed to.
I'm allowed to pretend like I'm touching her tits. I'm just standing here.
They're just asking them weird questions. And she called the cops. She's like, these guys are in here like pestering. So then like the cops come in. They're like, what are you guys doing? And they're trying to bait them. They want them to come in.
Want them to come in and freak out.
you guys called the cops on us, and we're legally allowed to ask these questions. I hate those guys.
Yeah. Well, they're like always harassing like an Arby's worker.
Yeah.
my rights are. Yeah, I know.
And you're like, yeah, this is a 17-year-old.
Guys with the reverse GoPro, like waiting to get home. I'm like, what do you do to get home? I don't know. It is fun sometimes.
They're the biggest fucking losers of all time.
Well, some guys, I'm like, I'm a spaz, but if a cop had a gun on me, I'm like, all right, man, just go home, take me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna get. Nothing's better than like a teen who's like, I know my right, and just gets drug out of a car and slammed. It's nice.
The videos of the dudes that won't roll down their windows.
Oh,
like,
brother.
I know my rights.
And they hit the cracker.
Yeah.
Yeah. My buddy. So we're in a small enough town where they can't
Give out your address.
They can't do car chases. So they tell them, they're like, dude, if somebody like takes off, like you can't just go.
Yeah, he's run a kid over.
A car chase, right? So this guy that he pulls him
just
over.
corner him into a cul-de-sac. He got his ass.
He pulls this dude over for doing something, and then he like realizes quickly, he's like, this guy clearly has something in the car. So he pulls him over. He's like, hey, license, registration, please. And the guy gives him his license, and then he's like, all right. And then as soon as my buddy goes back to the car, he just fucking takes off. So
and they can't chase him?
And he's just like, okay, well, he's like, I have your license in my hand.
Your neighborhood.
They're like,
I'll drive hammered.
But so they like found him like a week later, though, because they have his license in his hand.
It wasn't like a fake one?
No, he just gave him his license. And
that's very sick.
He took off like, I'm out of here, bitch. But they're like, okay, dude. They're like, we're not going to go chasing you down.
Those are the kind of guys I'm like, I want to spend a day just following you around. How retarded do you got to be to be like,
and what did
give him a
have?
fake ID?
Uh-huh.
But I guess if you have like an illegal gun, you're better off just be like, yeah, I fleed.
I guess.
It's better than a gun charge or whatever.
That's true. That's true.
I'll never forget we got in trouble in school. My cousin was in the office, and he's waiting to see the principal, and he carved his first and last name into the desk, and they came out and they're like, are you what?
Yeah.
like that level of retard. You're like, damn, I can't believe they got me.
Yeah, it's like, that wasn't me.
Yeah, he's such a fucking idiot.
Yeah. I'll befriend a cop so quickly, though, dude. That's the move that they don't teach you in school, dude, is be fucking.
I hated them. I used to train with a cop who he got fired for, you know who he is, Danny. He got fired for like a bunch of excessive force like write-ups. But now he's killing it.
What's he do now?
Very scary guy.
Yeah.
Not scary guy, but I used to have to spar with that guy, and he's a gorilla. I'm like, oh, this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of cops that get into it because they were like dorks in high school, and they're so excited to like tell people what to do.
Yeah, or there were guys who wanted to be carpenters, and they're like, I don't actually want to do construction. Just give me a gun.
Yeah, or
it's the same guy. Most cops are just construction guys.
Yeah, or they like wanted
like
to
it's rare. I don't know. It is fun. I don't know. It's so jarring when you actually meet a cop that's like, oh, he's actually a good guy. He wants to like serve the community. I'm like, you're gay.
Yeah.
I know. One of my best friends became a cop, and he's like, I want to do the least amount of anything.
Yeah, just
like
ride around.
He's hurt his ankle chasing people.
That is what's
so that
up.
he can just do desk work nonstop.
Yeah, my buddy watches
Beast move.
My buddy
I would get in
watches-
phantom chases all the time before body cams. You're not gonna believe this guy.
like Ryan got in a fucking chase for a shoplifter.
Just make up a noise. You're on the radio, breathing heavy, but you're just standing in an alley. Just start scratching your pants up.
My buddy says he watches like 4 movies a day.
That's sick.
You guys
They're
so much
always
time.
chilling in there.
Yeah, if you drive past them on like the
they're always looking down. I'm also, how many of them guys are
watching a
beaten?
movie
How many guys are beaten in the squad car?
oh my god,
I'd be crushing my meat. There's
all the
no
time.
way.
You got your own car. The windows are tinted, dude. They're popping off in there.
Also, I would get fired. First pair of nice tits I pull over, I'm like, go ahead and dump them.
Yeah. Dump those out.
Listen, 20 over, you want a $500 thing? Dump them.
Yeah, I got some This footage is just for me, lady.
This is crazy.
Dump those
Just
out.
take it. Yeah. Go ahead and take my phone, go out.
You could either take the DUI or you could take out those double
Take
B's.
them out. That has to happen. So, well, yeah, I guess they can't horse road. Does everybody have body cams now?
I guess.
I saw
in Philadelphia.
But could you stash the footage, dude?
Well, can't you be like, oh, something's in front of me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's so
Put a
many.
Post-it note over my goddamn
You know,
body
there's
cam.
so many perv cops out there that are just
Yeah.
fucking.
Well,
getting
it
some
is
action.
crazy. Like when everybody was going nuts about cops, when you saw the body cam footage, I'm like, damn, they must have been really horsing around before videos were out. They
Oh my
really
God.
must have been getting busy.
It's a great point. Yeah. All the shit that you didn't.
Because
see
it's
back
so
in the
crazy
day.
when you see cops do some shit and you're like, God, you know you're getting videoed. What are you doing?
Dude, that's so true. If you were a cop in the 80s, you must have felt like God. You're like, I
You
can
were
do
God.
whatever.
Coked out of your mind.
It's Grand
I'd be-
Theft Auto.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You get jealous, you know?
Yeah.
I was, I don't know. Because I'm always like, I hate when people act like they could be a cop. Like when they'll be like, I wouldn't do that. I'm like, yeah, you would. You absolutely would.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
mean to people on construction sites. If I had a gun,
I know. I was going to say, wait till you put a gun in my hand.
yeah, I'd be mushing my finger in people's faces.
Just hanging out with a cop, you feel
it's
invincible.
I'm like-
dude. like whenever I'm with Marty, I'm just like nothing can happen
that's
to me,
true.
like at all.
I'm not going to
Like,
say
I'm a
his name.
protected man.
I'm not going to say his name. We got a cop who listens to this show, and I got a get out of jail free card. He gives me one every year. I
up,
met him
dude.
at Helium.
Oh, I got a
best.
stack of them.
He was at Larry's. Dude, and after doing the prison, there's so many cops that are like, you talking. I'm like, you're a piece of shit. I love you. He was just at Larry's backyard barbecue. We did a show in his backyard. He's like, you need a new card? I was like, you know it, brother.
Yeah.
I'm like, why didn't I meet you before I got arrested?
My buddy gets me one every year for Christmas. He updates the card.
Yeah, I think I need a FOP thing.
You know what I do every time I get pulled over? That's what I have, an FOP card.
Yeah.
And every time I get pulled over, like
I start blasting Kid Rock. Sorry about that.
Whoa! Apologies, brother. Every time I always have like a tail light out. My
I
car's
wanted to
like,
serve bum knee.
my car's such a piece of shit, and I'll go, dude. Somebody just
Dinged me.
just told me about that, and they'll go, oh, you're good, dude.
Yeah, being
I
white.
go, I'm literally on my way to the fucking shop right now.
People shit on white guys, but we have it pretty nice.
I got a good system.
Can't
down.
dance for shit, but goddamn.
Like, God damn, do we have our own
Don't
little
let me get
system.
pulled over. I still think about it all. It's like my biggest regret. I could have kept the body cam footage when I got arrested. I had them guys dying.
Oh my god!
Because I was like,
You're doing material.
no, I was just, as soon as they put me in the car, I was like, because the cops, because I was honest. They were like, are you drunk? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And they put cuffs on me. I'm like, dude, you're so lucky they came. I was going to maul you.
Do you
Talking to the-
have your mugshot?
No, nothing.
Oh man, that'd be
No.
awesome.
'Cause
That would be great merch. Your mugshot on a
I
t-shirt.
mean, I don't think so because I would have had rug burn and I was hammered.
They had all the
I was
better,
drinking
dude.
Heineken and Jameson, and I remember being like, just going because my phone was dead, and I was like, I don't know nobody's phone number.
And you
I
get-
could have called my mom, but at 3 a.m, my mom was like, I'm gonna make meatballs and come down there.
You get real aggressive when you're drunk too. I remember we were leaving Dan Madden's wedding, and you were fucking blacked out, and you were like, and
I get real pushy.
and Ryan goes, Zoe's like, Ryan, come on, we gotta go, and you're like, saying bye to me, you're like, love you, dude. I'm gonna go fucking fight someone in a Wawa right now.
I love, dude. Nothing was better. I think I was at my happiest when Zoe was pregnant and I'm hammered.
Yeah.
Take me to Wawa and I'm causing problems.
Yeah, you're a king, dude.
Well, especially that Wawa. I love starting problems in Wawa. I've stopped a lot of thefts.
Are you talking about the Aramingo?
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
They had to close it down. It's going to be a Dave's Hot Chicken. A lot of chicken places coming up.
That Wawa's fucking bad.
It's gone. No, ours was on Richmond at
Okay.
Allegheny. You're talking about Aramingo,
talking about
which I
Aramingo.
still think Discovery Channel should have on a loop.
There's a chick.
You can learn a lot about people.
There's that same lady out there who's asking for change every single
Oh,
time.
I mean, I can't even tell you. It's fucking crazy. I got an argument with my neighbors again yesterday. All day he has a new truck that's like clearly stolen, and he parked on my like where the crosswalk would be.
Yeah.
I don't want to look at your fucking car out of my window.
Yeah.
And I know I live in the city, but that's too bad.
Yeah.
And I let it go for a while, and then I was in a bad mood. I was like patching some wood in my house. And I looked up, I'm like, I'm gonna go tell him to move his car. And I knock on the door, and he comes like to the front door, and his glasses are like askewed. And I was like, dude, move your car. And he came out, he's like, it ain't bothering you there. And I was like, I just saw a pregnant lady. I had to walk around that. You go move your foot, like spazzing, losing my shit.
I
And
gotta
then,
see that shit.
well, it's the best because all the Mexican guys at the restaurant across the street, they're always like sick. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
could somebody hop in so I don't look like a fucking lunatic?
You gotta be the guy.
Yeah. It is my cross to bear.
It's your
Did
cross
he,
to bear.
I can't wait to move to the suburbs and just be block captain. That's gonna be so
Dude,
sick.
Did he
Move
open
next
that
to me.
box yet with the diapers?
No, I'm still
That's
waiting.
still
I've been
there.
putting poop in his job box. Dude, Zoe, we throw shitty like he leaves his truck unlocked. I'm like, dude, you're getting Pookie shit. Pookie's poops are going in your
Oh,
fucking
that's
car.
fucking awesome.
Dude, is your ring cam looking at that? Because we need that.
No, but I can set something up.
Yeah,
If you
gotta
just
set
going
that
out
up.
to
They have like
to
you know
work
like
in
a
the morning,
construction
plus
job box.
Yeah,
but it's out front, and he keeps leaving his truck and his shit unlocked. I'm like, you're getting pooped. You're getting pooped out. I don't know what to tell you. But I threw a diaper in there the other week, and then Zoe was like, "Did you leave the diaper in there?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "The poop or the diaper?" So she goes in and opens up the diaper, just throws the shit all over his car.
Oh my god, the smell.
Because dude, yesterday I was like,
It's just
"Move your
been
fucking
hot.
car, like move it." And then like the ladies who live on my block are like, "Thank you," and he was just like, "I'm not gonna move my car." I'm like, "You're gonna fucking move it. I'm gonna take your keys and move it." And then he's like, I like ran up on, I forget what he said. I like ran up on him and put my finger like almost in his eye, and he's like, "Don't fucking touch me." I'm like, "What? What?"
How big is this dude?
Like 6 foot, but he's a heroin addict.
Yeah.
But that, Danny, you like
got that heroin
I always
body.
say to Zoe, I'm like, when there's 4 of them out there, one day it's gonna happen. Like yesterday was the closest I got him to almost to try something, because I would just love 4 of them and just hit like spinning elbows, like do crazy shit.
Yeah.
like just
Feel
like
like
horse
Street
around.
Fighter, dude.
Yeah, because I'm like they're so slow. Yeah. like 4 guys on heroin.
But they might dodge you, dude, because they're leaning all day. Just fuck.
You good?
They're like
We
one of
throw
those
knees.
inflatable things
Yeah,
at the
I'll
fucking
start
car
hot
wash.
dogging on these guys. yeah, I literally every time I see a heroin addict like dipped, I'm like, dude, my back would fucking kill.
Yeah, they're like a 45-pound bar at the gym, dude. They're so light.
Just get this guy stiffed out.
Start fucking bench pressing them, dude.
Oh my god, dude! Speaking of, not to bring the energy down, but one of the dudes I grew up with overdosed, right? A couple weeks ago, and his girl.
R.I.P.
I mean, there were so many people hit. Oh, Mike Vallely, one of the classic fight videos.
Mikey.
Unbelievable. Do you remember that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Remember CKY? That was in CKY, right? Yeah. Like before Jackass, there was this dude Mike Vallely, and there was just like a famous dude. How long ago was that? I was in like middle school. Yeah. But Mike Vallely was just like, he looked like a skinhead skateboarder. He just came out into a parking lot and beat the fuck out of. Oh, can we watch that? Please.
I wonder if I know what you're talking about.
I mean, it's like one of the most famous, like, especially at that era, it was like huge fucking.
The name sounds familiar.
Right?
What?
That was like one of the most, like, that was like one of the
Mike-
biggest videos ever. Mike Vallely. You never seen this? Classic.
Look at the way he's standing. This is you with the 4 heroin addicts in the
Yeah.
in the front yard.
So sick. They all dress like that too.
Oh, shirt off.
Nobody's better to watch than the guy who got punched second, because he's like laughing when
None
he
of
takes his
them are
shirt off.
doing anything.
No.
They're-
Dude, bald spaz. I don't think guys are ready for a bald cargo shorts. Last guy you want to fight. You don't want any parts of that. Because that's a guy whose his dad beat him. For sure. Had to have.
Why is he fighting these dudes? Do we know?
They just called him a fag.
Respect, man. Man, these guys are.
And
Who-
you always
who's this
forget about the black guy with the cowboy.
Who's the black sheriff that showed up?
boy.
Hang on a second.
Also, no better feeling than beating up a bunch of guys in front of a black guy with a cowboy hat on. I think I would have ascended into heaven
Oh,
immediately.
yeah.
Just lean back and be like, take me.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, you know he put some respect.
You should
on
thank
that.
the medieval French from stopping Europeans being on. Like, what the hell happened here?
Would they say?
I just looked over at the chat. You should thank the medieval French for stopping Europe from being Islamic. Therefore, there wouldn't be ISA, Islamic State of America. All right, jerk haggis. Shout out.
Shout out.
Haggis, are you Scottish? Isn't that Scottish? Did you ever see You Saw I Married an Ex-Murderer?
No.
Heat, pants, new. You never saw that? Do you ever see that, Danny? With Mike Myers? Come on now. You don't know shit about films, dude.
Is it a comedy or is it a murder?
Yeah, it's
doc?
Mike
Myers?
It's Mike Myers, but it was like Mike Myers played I hate all Abrahamic religions.
Okay.
All right,
This
Haggis, pop it off in the chat.
This guy's getting a little dicey.
3 comments ago, he's like, dude, Ryan's underappreciated. Now he's like, you know what else I don't like?
So we just put an American flag.
Hit my DMs, we can chat.
USA, dude.
Yeah. Zoe keeps saying she wants to go to church. You haven't been. I'm like, Zoe, you didn't grow up Catholic. Catholic church is yeah.
Why does she want to go
I'm
to
like,
church?
you don't know. I'm like, you don't know what you're asking for.
Yeah, everybody that grows up Catholic no longer is Catholic.
Yeah.
We all
my entire
drop out.
family, they think the older all the dudes in my family get, way more crucifixes than when I was younger, but nobody's going. Guys just act worse, and they're like, once one of my uncles will cheat on their wives, you're like, I'm going to church.
Yeah.
You're like, if I see anybody in my family get religious out of nowhere, I'm like, what'd you do?
Yeah, I think a lot of people will start going to church. Like my mom does it as like a sign-in sheet, thinking like that's going to get her into heaven.
Get her in.
She's like, technically, I signed in, even though like she shows up late and she leaves after the Eucharist. I'm like,
It don't matter.
If God sees everything you do, He knows
Punch
you're
it,
not paying
clock in,
attention.
clock out.
That's exactly.
Well, it's the
she's
effort.
clocking in.
It's the effort. I go to church in my mind.
Yeah.
I'm at church right now.
Yeah. Church.
When was the last time you were at church? I remember my grandmom saw me fucking. I used to take the communion and go ahead and throw it under the pew because that shit stinks.
I like it, dude.
Really?
Yeah, little dry wafer.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, dude. Give me
Nothing
fucking
worse.
5 more of those.
Did you go to Catholic school?
My whole life. Catholic grade school, high school, and I went to a Jesuit university.
Jesuit?
Yeah.
What's that even mean?
Just means like Catholic college. University of Scranton, dude. But it's
Scranton's fucking Catholic?
Yeah,
I
Jesuit.
like that. I don't think I've ever been to Scranton.
I was just up there actually last night, Wilkes-Barre at Wisecrackers.
How was that?
Last night was fun.
Good?
Friday, not so many peeps there. But dude, so I was up there by myself. So fucking nice,
Hit it.
dude.
You feel like the hottest guy alive up in places like that.
Well, just
Like,
being
I
away
could
from
fuck
the
all these
kids.
Oh my god.
So because the shows aren't until 9 p.m., so I have all day to kill. So I golfed 18
I was
holes.
gonna say I jerked 18 holes.
Well, I scheduled that in, dude.
Daddy's blood sugar was low. If you're getting to my
I
gym.
golfed 18 holes.
Does the nutting affect the sugar? How does that work? No.
No, that balances you out. So I
Continue, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I scheduled a jerk sesh. I golfed 18 holes. Went to the diner by myself. It was fucking glorious, dude.
Yeah.
Went to the gym, came back, took a nap. I mean, it was fucking
Nothing's
incredible.
better than even just going to the gym without your bitch text. When you
Yes.
I'm like, listen, I love you. Shut the fuck up.
What
huh?
time are you going to be back? I'm sorry, my body's a temple.
Yeah.
Is that not important
When
to
the
you?
pump's full, like, what do you want? What do you want from me?
You ever see the Arnold documentary where it's like, it's better than coming?
Yeah,
once
he's
you,
the best.
Once you has the pump.
Yeah,
That's
he's
a
might be
terrible
the top guy of all time, though.
I love him.
It's so sick to be like, I'm gonna get famous from being jacked.
And he did.
So rare. Now everybody's trying to do it.
I'm going to become the governor. I'm going to get jobs.
Your accents are getting worse.
Yeah.
What do you want to promote? We had an hour. You're gonna do the Patreon, right? You're in charge?
Yeah, I'll do the Patreon. You could just go to BrendanDonegan.com. That's where I don't update my website. And South Jersey Bad Boys is my podcast. Gotta have you on.
Oh
by the
yeah,
way.
yeah. I'll come on there, dog.
Yeah, we
What
do
I
it
have
like
to
once a
fucking-
month at this point.
What do I have to promote? I don't know. Eat my ass, dude. I'm going to, I'm going to Long Island. I'm going to. We're gonna figure out. We're gonna podcast one. We're gonna podcast one day this week for. We forgot it's the 4th, and Daddy's going up to Long Island.
Really?
Yeah.
For what?
New
Is that
York.
where Zoe's family's from?
Nah, one of Zoe's friends lives up there. And like all of her friends, I started telling her, I'm like, once I know, all your friends are gonna start having kids. Well, this
Yeah.
chick had a kid earlier.
You're gonna
We're
feel
go chill
right
with
at
them.
home in Long Island.
Oh yeah, WAPs. I love being around WAPs. If I could just be the only non-WAP around WAPs, I'd be king. I love them.
Women wops in Long Island
Nothing is
top tier
I will
Italians.
cheat on my lady when we're there. But thank you for coming on. I'll see you guys on the fucking Patreon. Patreon.com/fostercare. What, Danny, do we have anything? Oh, dude, come to Soul Joel's July 12th for Naeem and Drew. I will be up there trying to open for them, I hope. No, I'll be there. I'm kidding. I'll see you guys. Peace.
Right.